What up, YouTube? You are in the den with Aaron EBM. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning to the channel and you hadn't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that so you won't miss any of this wonderful content. Now it's currently Sunday, January 16th, and today was the day that TVA and Tommy Sotomayor went head-to-head on Brother Xavier's channel, also known as TPOT, Popular Thought Media. And from what I understood from the previews of this upcoming debate slash talk was it was going to be challenges on Tommy Sotomayor's conservative background and so on and so forth. You know, a lot of the talking points that you've seen before. But more often than not in the group, when you get people with imposing views and they decide to come face to face and head to head and clash, most of the time it doesn't end good. And that's what happened today. From what I seen, I could be wrong and you can challenge me on this, is that TVA was coming at Tommy Sotomayor disingenuously. He was more so asking loaded questions and making statements, and a lot of the times it was statements or questions that Tommy really couldn't answer, basically statements that he felt like Tommy was doing instead of being real facts. Like, for instance, him saying Tommy put white men on pedestals. Well, is this a fact or is this something that you just feel like Tommy is doing? So you can see how those kind of questions or those kind of statements could either derail the conversation or start an argument. So that's what you've seen. You've seen what often happens in the community. Roasting session comes out instead of having amicable arguments based in facts and not emotions. Pretty much broke down, you know, money came into the conversation about how TVA paid for Tommy to be there. And you know how Tommy gets when he feels like he's either disrespected or the conversation's not going anywhere. You know, Tommy can hold his own intellectually as well as with the African-American effery, and that's what you've seen happen on this debate or discussion. Shout out to TPOT. You know, he did his thing. He came in and, to me, saved the talk or saved the discussion with Tommy, and it ended with Tommy actually having a good conversation with him instead of just ending in complete ratchetry like happens a lot in our community with each other. And this is something that I talk about a lot. It's very hard for us to have a communication. A lot of us don't know how to talk to each other, and you often see conversations that could have actually went good actually go bad because we think that, you know, calling someone a name, or we think saying a statement not rooted in fact is the way you have conversations. And then when somebody actually fights back or steps back and gets defensive, then all of a sudden that's where the fights come in. All in all, you know, I appreciate the brother Xavier at TPOT Media for putting that together. I think that if we could learn, or we could step back and think about how we're having conversations in the future, things could be a lot better. But we all know how Tommy is, you know. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. I always big up him on his work. You know, his work ethic speaks for itself. He wouldn't be where he is without the tremendous work ethic that he has. Now you can not like his views, you could disagree with his views or some of his statements. We all do. We should not be in an echo chamber and believe everything that any one of these content creators say, as well as myself. I've been challenged and I challenge as well, and we need to learn how to do this and then put our feelings aside. You know, it was even said that he interviewed David Duke, which he did interview David Duke. And I feel like if you have the bravery and you have the intelligence to interview someone with such opposing views, that right there speaks volumes on a person's professionalism, you know, which I think is also missing. We are all Black independent media and content creators. It needs to be a point where we get rid of these hood antics and learn how to communicate and talk to each other responsibly. Sometimes we got to put the hood down, and we can't expect somebody to not say something when we're either throwing these straw man arguments at people or straight up slandering someone's name and then expecting them not to be mad, or when they get upset, we're like, haha, I got you, I made you mad. It will always end like this, and it will forever be like this. We get to the point to where the very things that we talk about that we don't like in the community, we begin to exemplify those things, and it turns into a mess. So I appreciate it again for the brothers that put this together. Hopefully TVA does something different in the way he approaches someone that he has opposing views with, and we can have better conversations going down the road, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I hope if you didn't watch the stream, go watch the stream on Popular Thoughts channel. I'll link his channel in the description. Go subscribe to him, watch the video, come back, and we can talk about this and build and have better conversations. Until next time, everybody. Peace. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.